What's up, guys? So the other day I posted my first video of my diary, I guess you would call. It is going to be a series in the fact that I'm a personal trainer and group exercise instructor that happens to be pregnant. So I'll probably be covering mostly those kinds of things. I wanted to give you guys some background on who I am and why I'm doing it. There's no reason you would want to listen to me if you don't have a clue who I am. So the other day's video is just to kind of push myself outside of my comfort zone. And what I tell my clients on a regular basis is there's very little change that happens within your comfort zone. So here it goes. Let's see. So I spent my entire childhood dancing, and then I segued that into my college degree and then became a professional dancer and worked in New York City as one for 7 or so years. And then during that time, I eventually was so hooked on fitness, I started teaching and then became a personal trainer. And my passion has kind of skyrocketed from there to the point where I'm not really dancing anymore. And now I'm doing mainly personal training. Fast forward to today, and I am living in Tampa. And my husband and I are expecting our first baby. Yay! But I wanted to kind of go through some of the pressures that you go through as a female in our society, and B, a female who is now supposed to be an example of general health and fitness going through this process. So I am sure there are other wellness coaches out there that are doing this and perhaps doing it very organized, but I figured I would share my story and journey. One, as a way to document it for myself, and maybe this little one will be interested in it one day. And two, so that if anybody else is struggling with any of the things that I'm going through, at least you'll know you're not alone. Let's see. So I would say challenge number one is for a long time, I don't know about you guys, there's always, for ourselves, you kind of know what your status quo is, what is your evaluation of your being on task. You can tell based on your energy level, your level of definition, or what have you, where your general fitness is. And with pregnancy, it's such a mind screw because your heart rate is now increased because you're increasing your blood flow for obviously very, very important reasons. And then there's also the added element of, for me, where I can kind of tell if I'm sticking to my diet appropriately for me, besides how I feel, is my definition through my core. And obviously all bets are off with that. So I want to say, go ahead and try and listen to your body as much as you can. How are you sleeping? How are you dealing? How are you digesting? Yeah, weird topic, but you should be thinking about it. Knowing that all of these things are going to have major changes because our body is shifting, but being patient with yourself. Another thing is, man, oh man, you don't want to be the big trainer on the team, right? And even though my staff that I work with knows and my clients know that I'm expecting, you don't want to be that person that just because they've gotten pregnant has decided that they're, quote, eating for two. So I am being as mindful as I can with my nutrition. I work with a wonderful functional diagnostic nutritionist who has helped me become healthy enough so that I could, in fact, conceive under ideal circumstances. And now it's just making that shift of where are those macronutrients and micronutrients serving me for this process, because it's very different than, of course, before. If you guys have questions about those things and you want me to delve into those more, that'd be awesome. Just let me know. I will share what I can, and obviously everybody's journey is going to be different. I'll probably also discuss different things I'm doing as far as fitness. I do have an education based on pre-postnatal, but I will say every individual is different, and if you see me posting things on my social media pages of being physically active, it's based on my fitness level. It's also based on that information. So if you are a person who has become pregnant and you were never super active before you got pregnant, obviously your pace of doing things is going to be very different than my own, and I'm only going to speak to my own personal process. Please don't go ahead and say, oh, she's doing kettlebell swings, so I'm ready to do them. Evaluate everything you see in here. Obviously, if it's on the internet, it's not necessarily true. So go ahead and always question. I don't pretend to be the authority on everything. Again, this is my documentation, and I'm hoping it just helps everybody. If it doesn't help anybody, maybe you'll get a good chuckle. All right, guys, that's what you can expect from some of these. Bye.